Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's Anzac Day, so I have a really special card that I've made for Anzac Day. It's hand-drawn poppies. Now, I am not an artist, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. If you're not aware of what Anzac Day is, Anzac actually stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, and today marks the anniversary landing of Gallipoli. Today commemorates all of Australian and New Zealanders who have served and died in all our wars, conflicts and peacekeeping operations, as well as the contribution and suffering of all those who have served. Both my husband and I are ex-army, and my husband also changed over and did quite a big stint in the Air Force as well. I wanted to share my special day with you with a really special card, so I hope you will really enjoy it. So the supplies for this card, we have used the stitched shape framelits, the square, and it's the largest. I'm also using the largest layering squares in the scallop die. The only stamping we're doing is the sentiment, and it comes from Woodwords. I've used the layered leaves embossing folder, and that's a really pretty one for the background here. I've also used the Poppy Parade textured weave ribbon. Now I use this not realising that it's actually retired, but I do have a fill-in that you can use. So in the catalogue there is a Poppy Parade mini striped ribbon, or you could use a Whisper White one as a background. The inks for today's card are Poppy Parade, Pool Party and Old Olive. And I also have all my card kit here, which is a Old Olive card base, Old Olive matting, Poppy Parade card and some shimmery white card. Now, all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog, and that's in the description of this video. You can also see a link to my online store if you would like to purchase any Stampin' Up! Supplies and you live in Australia. If you are placing an order, place that hostess code in and I'll send you out a free gift as well. So I'm going to bring the big shot in first, and we're just going to do some of our die cutting and embossing first. I'm going to start off with the die cutting. So we have the Poppy Parade in the scalloped large square, and I'm also going to do that large stitched framelit in shimmery white. Let's pop this one through. Those cut really well. I'm also going to open my big shot up to the embossing area, and as this one's a thick folder, I'm going to place that matting of the old olive down and through, and we only need the one cutting plate. Doesn't that emboss really well? That is so pretty. We'll finish with the big shot. Let's get rid of it. And we have the card base here. It's already pre-scored. And this is half a piece of A4 that's just been scored in the middle. Okay. So on our shimmery white cardstock, we're going to use the aqua brush, and I'm just going to place I'm going to draw 3 of the poppies. So like I said, I'm not an artist, I'm not good at this. But I thought it turned out really quite well, so So there's one. And do another one just here. And if you have a bit more artist skills, I'm sure your poppies will turn out a lot nicer than mine do. Just going to add a little bit extra colour to that. That's better. I want them to be nice and bright. And another one just down here. So I'm going to clean off my aqua brush. I'm going to bring in the garden green ink. I'm going to be careful not to touch the red, and I'm just going to bring in some of those, what are they called, like pods. So this is pretty rough. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I just want to add a bit of water to that to water that down, but I'm going to hit this with the heat tool first just to dry those two off before I go and add a little bit of the green bottom and then blue at the top. I'm just going to add a little bit of the green to the bottom here, and I want it to be light, I don't want to be dark. Don't want quite that much water either, but anyway. Now you can use shimmery white card or watercolor paper, but you want to be careful around the poppy parade area. Okay, I'm going to bring in the pool party. Just cleaning off that aqua brush. And I'm going to bring some of the sky in at the top there. And I really like how when you bring that blue sky in, it just makes it really pretty. Now let's go and get that memento, and we'll just put those middles to the poppies in. So I have my memento, and I'm just going to place a little bit onto an acrylic block. I found that was the easiest way. I'm going to bring place those centers in. And doesn't that just really change the look of it? I love how that just really makes that card, that black center. And I found I went in a couple of times and just darkened the black a little bit more each time. Okay. I'm going to heat that with the heat tool just to make sure that that's dry properly before we stamp the thank you. So we can start popping all this all together. So I'm going to use the Tombow glue and just glue this straight down to the Poppy Parade card base. And because we've added water to that, it does bubble a little bit. That's why I just find if you place it down and add a little bit extra pressure while that glue is attaching, it just works so much better. Okay. So we're going to do our little loops behind our poppies. Work out how much ribbon I need. There we go. Cutting that ribbon off. I'm also just going to grab some tear and tape and attach that ribbon down at the back. Okay, so that's how the ribbon turns out. We're going to just pop that up with some dimensionals onto our layered leaves embossed piece. It's a little hard sticking dimensionals on top of that ribbon. There's already that bulk there. I'll put one anyway, I don't want it to collapse in the middle. Whoops. Hang on. We didn't stamp the thank you yet. So another good tip is these backings that are the dimensionals. If you keep one of them aside, it will stick down onto it, but you'll be able to pick it back up really easily as well. So hopefully that doesn't affect it too much. Let's bring that stamp in Poppy Parade. And I'm hoping that that stamps well. Cross your fingers, everyone. Not the best, but it still can see it. You're probably all screaming at the video. Okay, so that sticks, or it comes up really easily. Let's stick that down. And then we're going to pop this one up with dimensionals as well. Okay. What do you think of the thank you poppy card? Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.